this a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you did was veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like I wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear a cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Keep my way up, go. If I
emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. That's the wreck, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top.
I just scraped it off the top. Cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby to make a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid, ayy. Y'all heard know I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad it. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take the pockets if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Heard you wanna be. Don't gotta whip it. Rag on no petty. Flips. I talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. Money's we not equivalent. Really bad. Looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Over the middle, complete. That's Austin. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, Etienne once more. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30. Give him 18 on the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Etienne once more. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Lawrence on first down. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. A pass underneath for Fournette, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Herbert now finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Herbert off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence, he'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. ETN up the middle, and he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Lawrence. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. He had marched to the end zone the last time out.
On third down, Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Fournette, touchdown, Chargers. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a give to Etienne. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Etienne. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. In motion left comes Williams. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Jags grab it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score. Put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing thing I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Patterson's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Herbert just beat the play clock. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Second and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd and 1, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis, and he goes out right around the 39. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd and a couple, Herbert. They'll swing this out to Fournette. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 1 now.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Here's Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence completes it to Austin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Austin is there and brings in another one. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Jaguars on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Etienne, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 70 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. This will be caught at about the 5. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. ETN with it. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They try. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They begin with a run by Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
On 2nd and 2, Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Up the gut, Fournette. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, and we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
On second and very short, Herbert. They'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Herbert. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throwing now, Lawrence. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A handoff, Fournette running left. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Second down, back to Fournette. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you